Hi guys, I hope you're all really well. Today I'm going to do a video showing you how I make my green smoothies. So this is how my green smoothies turn out. They're beautiful green, vibrant colour, and I just sprinkle some goji berries on top for added nutrients and because I think it looks very pretty. This is what I've been drinking every single day for the past, I'd say at least 3 months. And I believe this is like a super drug. It has so many nutrients in it. What I'll do is I'll go through all the nutrients of each food that I pop into here so you can see how much nutrients actually goes into here. But I really enjoy it. It tastes yummy. So I hope you enjoy watching how to make it and what I put in it. So if you want to see how I make this yummy green smoothie, just keep watching. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is go through all the ingredients that I put into my green smoothie and kind of explain the nutritional benefits of them. And then what I'll do is I'll show you how I make my green smoothie and the exact measurements that I put into it. The first ingredient that I use is coconut water. I just love the taste of coconut water, and it's full of electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, so I just add coconut water as the base. But if you're not a fan of coconut water, you can always just use plain water. I love coconut water, so that's the first thing that goes into my green smoothie. The second ingredient that I use is kale. Now if you asked me 6 months ago what's kale, I would have absolutely no idea. This little bunch of leafy greens is actually a nutritional powerhouse. It's super high in iron. Actually, per calorie, kale has more iron than beef, so it's super high in iron. It's also high in vitamin K, A and C, and it also has a lot of calcium in it. Kind of fell in love with kale, and I make sure I always pop some of this into my green smoothie. The next ingredient that I use is spinach. What I do to make it easy for myself is I just buy the pre-packed bags of spinach. The bags that I get already come pre-washed. I just buy a pack of these and actually pop it into the freezer, and I store it in the freezer. The leaves don't stick together or anything. They all, I don't know if you can see, but they're all kind of loose and fancy free in there. In the morning when I make my smoothie, I just pull this out of the freezer, grab a handful and pop it into my smoothie. But again, like kale, this is full of iron, full of calcium, magnesium, zinc. I just love using spinach in my smoothie. The next ingredient that I use is bananas. Bananas are full of potassium. A little tip for you with the banana: if you freeze it, it kind of acts as ice cubes inside your smoothie, so it makes everything nice and cold. The next ingredients that I add are pears and apples. These are full of nutrients and they kind of act as a natural sweetener in the smoothie, so I add a pear and apple. I also add some lemon. I find it just adds a nice little kick to my smoothie. They're the main ingredients that I pop into my green smoothie. I also like to add a few superfoods. One superfood that I love to add is chia seed. Chia seeds are packed full of omega-3, and when I say packed, I mean literally packed. I've actually done a video on why I love chia seeds so much. I'll put the link to that video down below in the information bar. Apart from being full of omega-3, what they do is they actually expand in your stomach and give you that full feeling. When I add this to my green smoothie in the morning, it keeps me full until lunchtime, so I'm not nibbling food throughout the morning, which is really great to help with my weight loss. Another superfood that I love to add to my smoothies is this little purple powder. It's called acai powder. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I used to pronounce it acai powder, but that's not right. I'm pretty sure it's acai powder. A crazy little nutritional fact about acai powder is a 3-gram serve has the equivalent amount of antioxidants as eating a punnet and a half of blueberries. So it's full of antioxidants and it's just amazing for you. And the last superfood that I add to my smoothie are goji berries. I tend to just sprinkle a few of these on top of my smoothie. And I remember reading somewhere some people actually call these the happy berry, because what they do is they tend to elevate your mood. So if you wake up in a grumpy mood, just have a handful of goji berries and They're supposed to make you feel happy. So they're all the ingredients that I add to my green smoothie, and now I will show you how to prepare it and the exact measurements of the food that I put into my green smoothie. So the first thing that I add to my smoothies is coconut water, and I just measure out 1 cup, and I add that to the blender. Then I grab my spinach and I just add about a small handful of baby spinach leaves to the blender. Next is kale time. The kale, I get 2 leaves of kale. What you want to do is you want to remove these leaves from the stem. You don't want to put the stem into the smoothie. So they're really easy to remove. You just kind of pick them off. So you're kind of left with leaves. Then you can just discard the stem. I'm just going to go and wash these leaves and then pop them into the blender. So after I've added all of the greens to the blender, I then add the fruit, and what I do is I only add half of the fruit. So I'll chop the apple in half and I'll chop the pear in half, and once I've chopped them in half, I like to peel them. After I've peeled them, I just kind of get rid of the core. So I'm basically left with some apple and pear slices, and then with the lemon, I don't use a whole lemon, I just cut off a slice, and what I'll do is I'll peel this. Next up is the banana, and again I don't add a whole banana, I just add half. I'll just peel this. That is what the end result of the fruit looks like, and I add all of this into the blender with the greens and coconut water. And once all of the fruit and veggies and coconut water is in the blender, I then add the acai powder, and I literally only add about half a teaspoon, not very much at all. Then lastly, I will add the chia seed, and all I add is about 1 teaspoon of chia seed to the smoothie. Once all of the ingredients are into the blender, I add about half a cup of just plain filtered water into the blender. You can also add a little bit of ice if you want to make your smoothie a bit more cooler. That's all I add to mine, and you just want to blend it for about 1 to 2 minutes until everything is nice and smooth. Green goodness. So once your blender has finished blending all the ingredients, all that's left to do is pop it into a jar or a glass. And then what I do is I grab just a small amount of goji berries, just like 8 to 10. I just sprinkle them on top of the smoothie. So it kind of ends up looking something like that. So by looking at this, you'd think, oh my god, that's going to taste gross. But it actually tastes amazing. You can't taste the spinach. You can taste the kale a tiny little bit, but it's not a gross taste by any means. The main ingredient that I can taste is banana, and I love bananas. So yeah, I think this tastes amazing. I promise you, after drinking this, you'll have such an amazing energy boost, and you'll just feel vibrant, and your body will honestly thank you for it, because it's just full of so many amazing nutrients. All that's left for me to do now is pop a little straw in there and enjoy. Tastes so good, and it has a little zing from the lemon slice. So yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy this and probably watch a little bit of YouTube, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video today. Leave a comment below and let me know if you're gonna try it. I will see you all again really soon. Bye. Say hi. Hi everybody.